Hey, Josh. Long time no see, my friend. Unless you've been here and just lurking in the background, which is okay. Happy Wednesday. 84 degrees today. Currently, it says it's 84. Beautiful. Much needed, consistent, beautiful weather. I don't mind a little bit of rain here and there, but prior to the last few days, it seemed like we were getting a lot of rain. But here we are again, Wednesday, Dumaguete, Philippines. How's your weather, Josh? Anything new with the weather, or making any crazy attempts to improve your cooking chef skills? Yeah, I just drank an iced coffee. How far away are those Twin Lakes? Like, I guess it depends on how fast you drive, plus depending on traffic. I'd say no more than 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, I'm guessing, like 30 maybe. Kevin was driving, so I wasn't really paying attention. Hey, Derek's here from Hawaii. I always appreciate people that come here from Hawaii because I'm envious, Hawaii is so beautiful. And it's kind of humbling when you guys check in with me from Hawaii. Although I find it beautiful here today. Frozen pizza tonight, says Josh. We got I'm Rand Scotch, we got Gurm Baz, we got Possum here. Hello, Possum. Sorry, I'm eating some ice from my iced coffee. Gurm Baz says, how are you or from? Well, I'm doing great. My name's Michael, from the United States, but living here abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines. And I'm at the boulevard. I can show you quickly. This is the boulevard. This is where I'm at, part of Dumaguete, Philippines. Chosen is here. Hello, Chosen. Come to Southeast Asia. While I'm in Asia, I'm in the Philippines. Got my, walking shoes on, ready to do a walk, talk about everybody, anything. Dr. Red Tacos here. Says, Gurmbaz says, I'm Punjab. Again, hello, Chosen, welcome here. Oops, I didn't mean to flip that so quick. But hey, just to rehash, remember the other day when I was having issues with my smart card? Well, probably within 30 minutes of my live stream ending, I got a text message from Smart saying basically, thank you for being patient while they did some maintenance on Smart. So the reason why I had some technical difficulties was because Smart was doing some maintenance. So yeah, usually I don't have issues like that. So I just want to let people know that I should have better luck today. Don't want to jinx myself. I highly doubt they're doing maintenance again, but anything is possible. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful weather here today. ML, NRT, it's a good day, Mike in Chicago. Hello, Michael from Chicago. Ruby Romaine says, what are you doing in the Philippines? Exploring, living life, living abroad, doing something different with my life. Anybody that doesn't know me, my name's Michael, from the United States. Born and raised in Pennsylvania the majority of my life, with the exception of 2 years lived in Florida. Most common question is, why the Philippines? I'm a warm weather person, first and foremost, so that would probably be one reason that I, came across the Philippines. But being here in Asia has shown me and taught me that there's so much more to see in the world. And I'm glad I came here. I've never been any further than, I guess, like Dominican Republic or something like that. I've never been very far from Pennsylvania in the US, so technically I'm halfway around the world. So I do these walking live streams now, and yeah, I just like sharing my excitement, what inspires me here, but I will repeat, as I always do, the most important thing to me about the Philippines is the people. I say that over and over and over. But yeah, that's like the reason why I enjoy it so much here is the people. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it interesting, learning about a different culture. Very traditional here. Not all, but the majority of people are very traditional here. So hard to please guy says hello from Banda Shavad. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but welcome. I don't even know where that is. Dr. Red Taco says at Beach People's Park. Gurnbaz says Yuva travel, India is good. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me to go to India. I need to go to India someday. Hard to please. You need tissues. What do I need tissues for? Sometimes I need a tissue, but I don't think I need one right now. Nice shirt logo. Yeah, isn't that kind of neat? Yeah, that kind of helps when I'm trying to tell people. And Kyle Billy, my goodness, welcome back again. And here you are spoiling the heck out of me with your generosity. I greatly appreciate that. And the last time I think you did that, I was trying to look to see if you gave me a comment. I want to at least give you moderator status. I don't know if I've already given you that status or not. And I'm trying to look, but I don't see if you've said anything earlier. But thank you so much, Kyle. Again, I never expect people to do that. I don't ask people to do that, but I do thank them because that's your hard-earned money, and I'm just blessed and thankful for your generosity. So cool, the blue crew. All right, here you go. Now I see you up there. Now I can make you blue. Appreciate that though, Kyle. Now you should be blue, so the next time you comment, you should be blue. Mayong Muto. Mayong Muto. Mayong Muto. I'm gonna flip the screen. Market Zero says, I like your attitude. Well, it's kind of easy to have a good attitude. I'm just happy here. I'm thankful for my blessed life. I'm excited every day to wake up and just simply just go for a walk. I like the warm weather. I like the sunshine. I love the people. You mix all that together, I'd say that's a pretty good combination. You're welcome, Kyle, on the blue. Gwen is here, says hi, looks beautiful as usual. Yeah, today's, I guess, 2 consecutive days with some sunshine, a little bit of clouds, but it's not too bad. It was not much fun prior to that. It just seemed like we were getting a lot of rain, and when technically I thought rain season was officially over, end of December, maybe into January, but heck, we're almost at March now. Maybe I'll go down this way. But it is a beautiful day. We got DeMarcus Winning, which says it's easy having a good attitude when you have your CIA credit card in India. I mean, I don't use a credit card, and I'm not in India, I'm in the Philippines. I avoid a credit card at all costs. All credit cards, in my opinion, do is put you in debt. Unless you're gonna buy something and pay it off right away, that's a little different. But no, it's not India. Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I haven't gotten to India yet, although a lot of people recommend I go to India maybe someday. Yes, the Philippines is, in my opinion, is very clean. I remember you, Poop Jeet. I can't forget a name like that, Poop Jeet. DeMarcus says, how much does it cost to live in the Philippines per month? It depends on where you live, DeMarcus. For me personally, uh, and by a lot of people's accounts here in the Philippines where I live, they consider it expensive, although it's still significantly cheaper than what I'd pay if I was living in the United States. But I do have a video on my YouTube channel giving an apartment tour. Nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing flashy, just people wanted an idea of where I lived and what I paid. But my apartment, studio apartment, very small, gym and a swimming pool there as well. It costs $400 a month. $400 a month. That includes the Wi-Fi. Then I pay the electric and water separately on the side. But ultimately, all that stuff comes down to, like, I could find something nicer, just as nice, and spend less, which I'm always looking for that. Where I'm at now is simply because of convenience. I'm familiar with where I'm at right now. I've stayed there before. And it's more of a modern apartment, but again, very small. But I don't care about that stuff. For me personally, I'm all about living in a small apartment because I'm never there. Obviously, I'm out walking around right now. I like being outdoors, embracing the culture, being around the people. So, hope that gives you a little bit of an idea, DeMarcus. But yeah, food depends on how much you're going to spend. Are you going to eat out all the time? Are you going to buy your food and cook at home? Your budget or spending can go many different ways. DeMarcus said, United States is only expensive if your family doesn't have a house already paid off and passed down from generation. That's my opinion, which isn't fair. Yeah, I mean, I had a house when I lived in the States, but I sold it. I, bought it many years ago, planning for the future. But ultimately, I guess you could look at it as simply an investment because I didn't know. And then I ended up selling it. So I made a profit on my house. So, that was a successful situation for me because I made money from it. But if I was still living in the States, DeMarcus, even at my age, 55, I'd still be working. I'd have to. I couldn't survive on what my pension and with my savings and pension. I couldn't survive. I couldn't live like I can here. But that wasn't the ultimate reason why I chose to come to the Philippines. Looks like Rick Wallace says hello. Chief's here. Hello, Chief. Scuba Steve is here. Derek says, is there pickleball there? Oh yeah, there's pickleball. Heck, they're putting courts everywhere. There's even a new one that they just built with like a dome over top of it. It's an outdoor pickleball court, but there's a dome over it. Very nice. Pickleball is very popular here. There's actually a lot of pickleball courts popping up all over the place. DeMarcus is laughing. Scuba number 22. Chief and Josh are saying hello. 88 Indigo says, hi there, I'm from Philippines. What city in Ireland? I'm welcome 88. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines, Negros Oriental. Welcome to the Castaway Drift live stream. And to introduce myself to anybody that's new in the channel, my name is Michael, born and raised in the United States. Lived the majority of my life in Pennsylvania with the exception of 2 years. I did live in Florida, which I prefer warm weather. But here you get 80 to 90 degrees basically all year round. Can dip into the 70s depending on what island you're on and how high in the elevation you get, but I don't mind sweating. I always tell people I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze my butt off. I prefer the sunshine, but today it's like 84, 85. It's hot. The humidity, I don't know, it doesn't seem too bad. But when you're closer to the equator, obviously the sun's stronger, but no, it's a great day. I prefer the sunshine over anything. Of course, it rains once in a while, but rain season is supposedly over. Only rain we get is just random stuff, but they say this is like the best time of the year. This is when a lot of travelers like to come here, apparently like January until probably June, and then rain season starts all over again in June. Let me go back to the streets. Possum, everyone, remember to double tap. Thank you, Possum. Mary Grace says, can you please visit here to our place in Bulacan? Is that what it is, Bulacan? I might have said it wrong, and I apologize. I'm assuming you're in the Philippines, like Bulacan. Assuming that's what you mean. But what a beautiful day. It's nice. Like I said, I just like being out walking, immersing myself in the community. Everybody's so nice, saying hello to everybody. Rick Wallace says, hi, Chief. Daniel Rodriguez says, hello, everybody. Hello, Daniel. And again, hello, Mary Grace. Daniel said, hello, Castaway. Derek asked me about pickleball. Kind of going back a little bit. Mr. Dave's here says, Castaway, Cutie has a cute voice. Oh boy. Mr. Dave's always compliment me on something. Today is my voice. The other day, someone said I had an annoying voice. I don't know if it was just simply a troll, though. Somebody just trolling me, probably. But you never know. Maybe I do have an annoying voice. It's always possible. Chief is saying, kind of went back a little bit. Jokus says, Castaway, you're struggling to put your bag down. Oh, you mean the bag on my shoulder? You mean my backpack? You mean this? The only reason I have that is for when I'm done with the live stream. I have my phone on the gimbal. I'm not gonna put that in my pocket. My glasses in my glass case. I have my power bank, which magnetic power bank's kind of heavy. All that stuff, my pants would probably be falling down. If that's what you're talking about, my bag. Hello, my friend. Hey, Mayong Muto. Hello, happy Wednesday. Another one of my many friends. Another one of my many friends. And there's another one here. He's cleaning the window. Mayong Muto. Where's your lunch break? Tell him I said hello, but I'll be back around. Amping. So Jokus was talking about my bag. Savage Shadow said, what's up, Michael? It's been a minute. Glad to see you're still enjoying your walks. I enjoy it, love it, thrive on it. Actually, the other day when I had to do my live stream, because Smart was doing maintenance on their cell service, whatever you want to call it. I didn't know that until after the fact. So the only real place I could get a signal was at the boulevard, sitting at the beach, or not the beach, but the water wall, basically. And I don't normally like to sit that long. And actually, I was worried that I was going to bore people, like just me doing a one-on-one Q&A, live stream, just looking at me. But it actually turned out really well. I was kind of happy with that. Is there a Walmart there? No, there's no Walmart. Not that I know of. And Stinson weed is illegal, but hello. He said, is weed legal? No, it's illegal. Yes, put your bag in front of you, your belongings, use them, take care of them. I got you, Jokus. Yes, put your bag in front of you, your belongings. I got you. I understand why you're saying that.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Kamusta?
Mayong Muto. Mayong Muto. Mayong Muto. Mayong Muto. Mayong Muto. Ay. Mayong Muto. Where's the... How you doing today, Augie? You busy today?
No, not busy.
Not busy.
And yesterday it's my day off.
Beautiful day today. Beautiful day. But anyway, anybody that doesn't know, this is one of my good friends here. I have many good locals from the Philippines, but Augie is one of many.
Yes, because I am a religious man also. That's why me and Michael is friend.
Yeah, so he's a good friend. Don't work too hard.
Yes, Michael.
All right,
you
man.
see my post?
Yes, I've seen your post. That's why I like with the pig farm. Yeah, next time I'm gonna come there. Someday you invite me.
Yes, someday.
All right.
I'm not busy also.
All right, you got it, my friend.
You're very,
Amping,
very
sweaty.
Yes.
It's hot, but I keep doing it anyway. I keep walking. All right, I'll see you guys later. Amping. Yeah, they're telling me they see my face is all sweaty. I'm like, well, it is kind of warm out here a little bit. Stinson says hi. Catman West D said, I also prefer warm sunshine, which is why I live in the free and beautiful state of Florida. Yeah, I did live in Florida for 2 years. If I was still living in the States, I would prefer Florida. It'd be Pennsylvania or Florida, although I prefer Florida. But the kicker here is if I was living in the U.S., I'd still be working. I couldn't, hey, my toe. I couldn't take advantage of being retired early. I couldn't retire at 55 in the U.S. with what my pension is. So as much as I love Florida, I'm thankful and blessed to be able to be here and start my retirement at an age where I'm still healthy and can do things and obviously walk all over the place. Yeah, Possum, no Walmart, but yes, the McDonald's. We got Fortune here, says good PM, Duke of Duma. That makes me laugh. Trying to see what else. Lewis said you are from USA. Yes, Lewis. I'm from the United States, Pennsylvania, actually. Been here in the Philippines since July of 2024. Went home in March of 2025, but then came back quickly in June of 2025, and I've been here ever since. And I absolutely love it. I can't say it enough. I mean, for me, it's like the perfect scenario. I get to learn about a new culture, embrace a different culture, meet amazing people here, and then I get to be retired. And I'm in warm weather, sunny weather, which I prefer. There's over 7,000 islands here. There's so much nature to see that I have yet to see, which is right up my alley. And I'm just enjoying life. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I wouldn't trade it for anything right now. And again, I look back on life, did I ever envision myself, this is where I'd be right now? No. I certainly didn't think I'd be retired at 55. But sometimes things work out, and I took a leap of faith and it worked out, and I'm thankful and happy that I did this. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Trying to go back here. I know it's hard for me to catch all these comments and questions. Lynn for DM Themba says hi. Oh, we got David here. Says, hello, Michael. Thanks for the hotel info. Just remember, people, if you don't like where you are in the Philippines, they have 7,000 islands to try out. You're exactly right. Again, Fortune might know how many of them are inhabitable, because I don't. And he might have said that before, but I don't remember. But I probably can't live long enough to ever see or visit all the inhabitable islands anyway, unless I was rich and had a helicopter and probably could bounce around through several islands in a day. That might be possible. Savage said, oh, okay, I think I'm kind of... Brian's here. Hello, Brian. Rick Wallace says, chill. Gary says, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines on a beautiful 84 degree, 85 maybe by now, sunny day. Sweating, but I don't mind it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good day. Jagvir, yeah, that's me. Dumaguete, Philippines. Again, Brian, hello. Lewis, we just have that accent. LOL, I'm in Philly. Yeah, Lewis. People sometimes they say, hey, you have an accent, trying to figure it out. I guess some people's accents are a little more distinct than others. Sometimes I even feel like when you're in a certain location for a while, like here in the Philippines, and you speak with other people from foreign countries speaking English, you almost accidentally pick up some of their accent, if that makes sense. Between Philippine people speaking English and then foreigners speaking English, it's kind of like you almost adapt that accent. It's kind of funny. Then you throw in my Pennsylvania accent. Yeah, I'm sure it's all over the place. That doesn't sound very good. But I'm gonna go towards the public market now. I kind of zigzag all over the place when I do my live streams. It doesn't matter. I get my walking in any way possible, and I definitely like it when the sun is shining. I don't care how hot it gets. Actually, I think I get more energy when I walk in the sun. I feel better. All right, let me cross over here. Gary says, is that a big city or a town? Gary, I'd consider, although they call it Dumaguete City, I consider this more like a town, comparing it to places that I've been in the United States. I think this is more like a town to me, much smaller. I mean, I lived in Bacolod. Bacolod's like a city, definitely. I've never been to Manila, but I know from videos I've seen that's definitely a bigger city. But that's probably why I like Dumaguete also, because it's smaller. It's, to me, more personable. Mayong moto. Let me see here. Peppa Seed says hello. Lewis says, glad you're enjoying life. God bless. David said, so with a little research, the Philippines has over 7,000 islands. However, you can only live on 2,000 of them. So hopefully, if you come here, you can find the place you like. Oh, thank goodness. See, as I walk, I don't know what's going on, guys. Again, my apologies. And it's funny, this hasn't happened like this. Probably the last time was several months ago. And it was weird too, because when I had these glitches, it was like back-to-back days, like hit or miss, like disconnecting in places it normally doesn't disconnect. I wouldn't be surprised if I get another text message later from Smart saying, thank you for dealing with our maintenance or whatever, but that's probably what it is. So I walked away from the public market. Trying to remember where it happened the other day. I think it was around there as well. But anyway, looking like some of you guys are coming back. Ron Gurr says you're looking well today, Mike. I feel good. I'm always feeling good. I'd say the worst part about my day is the disconnect from the Smart. And I've asked people, is one better than the other? Smart, Globe? Does it really make a difference? And they all seem to think it's basically, they're like the same thing. Doesn't really matter. Bees popping, hello, says how's Addie Che? I don't know what she's doing right now. She went and got sourdough bread from a bakery that we like this morning, but I don't know what she's doing like right now. Yeah, if she was a walker as much as me, she'd be out in this, but she'd be too hot. Maybe she went to the pool. That's possible. Agnes and Phil Adventure, you have a good memory. Are you saying that I have a good memory? Maybe somebody else. Josh says he's still here. Bees Poppin says, remember everyone to hit the likes. We show love, and above all else, we give love. Yakuya, Michael, and Addie Che. I always appreciate that, Bees Poppin. You're such a good guy, so good to me, and Che. Fortune says, Camila, here you can stay for 3 years straight on a tourist visa, then take a visa trip and be back for a whole new 3 years. Yeah, the cycle just starts over. So, you know, if I go back to the States in June or July, it'll be, I don't know, a year and a month. And then that cycle starts all over again. I'm gonna go down this way. But again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know. I can't control Smart. Smart controls me. I'm kind of like bouncing off the wherever the disconnect is, I just turn and go the opposite direction. Sunny boy, yes, it is a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can't complain. This is what I like. 2 consecutive days with sunshine and no rain. I'll head back down to the water, see if I have better luck going down this way. How's the temperature there today? Art Park, it was like 84, 85 the last I checked, like a half hour ago. So yeah, it's nice, very nice. Peggy Fairweather says, I was born in the USA. Me too. Welcome, Peggy. Again, if you don't know my name, it's Michael from US, born and raised in Altoona. I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania, if that rings a bell with anybody. Lived there basically all my life with the exception of about 2 years in Florida, which I definitely prefer. Peggy says she's from Southern Cal. Well, thank you, Peggy, for being here from Southern Cal. I guess that's, what is it, like 9 o'clock at night for you? Tuesday night? Is it like 9 o'clock? Because I know East Coast, my parents, is midnight in Pennsylvania, so I'm assuming you're like 9. Peggy says, hey, Michael. Cool. Nice to meet you, Peggy. Now you know my name. Where is this? Says Clarence Anderson. This is in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. I was walking throughout the city, but my internet is not cooperating with me today. Second consecutive live stream that it's not cooperating, but that's all right. Agnes says, have you tried to cast a fishing pole out there? Not yet. I've watched people fish, and actually I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. I'm trying to set something up where I go out with some locals in a banca boat, fishing boat, you know, just a boat where they put nets out and they, you know, cast the nets, and then they, I don't know how long they wait until they bring the nets back in and then harvest whatever fish they catch. So I'm trying to set something up with them. I want to go out with them just for my own experience, and then I want to share it with everybody also. So I figured that would be kind of cool, at least for me. Pennsylvania got more snow. Yeah, I heard a lot of places were getting dumped on. New Jersey. Yeah, I don't miss any of that stuff. Clarence says, wow, yeah, I'm working my way towards the ocean now. And this is what I like about Dumaguete. Now, there's not a beach. You can jump in the water there if you want. There's a lot of people that do. There's not a beach right in this particular spot. But I'll walk you towards the water just because I know that I think I'll be in better luck having a signal. Oh, Pennsylvania got more snow. Peggy says Palm Springs. That's awesome. I love this when people just introduce themselves, say hello in any kind of way, and tell me where you're from. I always think that's really neat. Clarence says it's 12:06 Wednesday morning in upstate South Carolina. Oh yeah, so you're over midnight, past midnight now. Yeah, I like South Carolina. Someone else was in here, or somebody was telling me they lived. Oh, you know what? I met somebody here. It was a Filipina who goes to college here, and she lived abroad in the US for 6 years and then came back here for college. And she was telling me her story about, you know, what it was like spending 6 years in the US, born and raised here in the Philippines, and then going there for 6 years, basically through high school, and then came here for college. Very similar weather. Oh, Brian says very similar weather to here in Brisbane. Agnes says 9:06 p.m. in California. Stephen Davis says hello from Maui. Now, I don't know if you've been here before, Stephen. Meet a lot of people from Hawaii, and I gotta say that I'm humbled when people from Hawaii join my live stream, just because you're in Hawaii. I just figured you'd have many more things to do than walk with me through the Philippines. But I'm very blessed, and I apologize if the breeze and the wind, I know I could eliminate it if I wore microphones, but kind of hearing the wind gives you the full effect of what you see in here. Oh, well, that's not a shipwreck. It's more like a monument kind of thing. But I'll let you see this. It's like, I don't know if you can see it if it's too bright, but you have that. And if you go around the other side, obviously, that is not in English, so I probably would butcher that trying to read that off. But then, yeah, they have these, people take a lot of pictures here. Clarence says, this is a very long way from home. Yes, I'm very far from home. But it's okay, you know. I'm gonna get up here on the wall. Sikihor Island over there behind that boat. Cebu is that island you see in the background. That's the port. You can take a boat from there. T-Lex, what's up, Ted? How you doing, my friend? I apologize for the wind. That's the only downfall coming by the water. My voice probably goes in and out, and then there's always somebody that gets irritated. So I don't usually come here. I do have mics, DJI mics. I'm just lazy when it comes to using them. I use them more so for videos than I do live stream. Hello, Thomas says, hey, Mr. Mike. Clarence says, gorgeous day. Yeah, it is. It's really nice. And this is where a lot of people come once the sun goes down. People are up here first thing in the morning exercising before they go to work, or college students before they go to school. They're up for the sunrise. And then around 5, 6 o'clock, this place gets rolling. There's a lot of people walking again, vendors, street foods being made way down over in that corner. But you have a nice little trail to walk. It's like a boardwalk, except it's brick. Goes the whole way down along there. Hey, WXX says, hey, Mike, how you doing? Does the internet work well today? Funny that you asked that, because when I was near the public market, it started disconnecting on me again. So I don't know what's going on, because after the live stream the other day, I'll repeat this, I said this earlier, that obviously you were on the other day and I lost connection and I started a whole other live stream. I got a text message from Smart, who is my eSIM card is through. They said, thank you for basically dealing with their maintenance they were doing. I think they're doing maintenance again. I don't know if they are or not, but yeah, it was spinning on me again in an area which it never normally does, so I don't know. Clarence says, you look like a friend of mine here in South Carolina. Well, I guess that's a good thing. Back to South Carolina, though. I love Myrtle Beach. Went there many summers with family. I had aunt and uncle that owned a condo, beach house that we would go there, stay with. They owned it, rented it out when they weren't using it. I love Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is really nice. Stephen Davis says, true. However, I'm being priced out of living anywhere in Hawaii. That's why I'm following along. I'm planning on leaving the islands in the spring and go where, not sure. Hey, come visit the Philippines. Come visit me in Dumaguete. Myrtle Beach is 4 hours away from me, says Clarence. Lynn Angels, hello, Michael and Che. Rear on Greer says like and subscribe. Brian said just outside of Kalibo there is a ship made of cement in a cemetery that is mausoleum for ship's captain. I would estimate it is about 50 to 60 foot long. So I don't know where I'm gonna walk to when I go back through the city. I'm just afraid the darn thing's gonna disconnect again. But anybody feel free to comment, question, and like I said, if I missed anything, I apologize. But back to the internet, we'll see what happens. Normally it works great. So the fact that it did it the other day, and then I got a text message from Smart saying they were doing maintenance, that explained it. It wasn't something glitchy. I just wish they would have sent a text message before they were doing the maintenance, which as far as I know, I didn't get anything. So it's kind of funny that I got a message before or after the fact and not before. Well, at least I didn't see one. But we're gonna try this again, see what happens. Oops. Clarence says, I'm in the Greenville, Spartanburg area in upstate South Carolina. I mean, I'm familiar with Greenville. Yeah, I always remember going through like Nags Head, basically going through North Carolina, and then once you're south of the border, you know, you got all excited because, you know, way back then when I was a kid, fireworks then were like were legal once you were south of the border, traveling on, I guess that was what, like 95 or something like that, Interstate 95, I think that's what it was. But that's cool, Clarence. I look like a friend of yours. Everybody always looks like somebody. I'm kind of scrolling through these backwards in any of these messages. Ronald McNutt says hello. Oh man. Sternernian Ted says, show me that show. Okay, that was from before. Agnes. All right. Like I said, I'm going back into the city, but we're going to see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go towards the public market because that's where it all got wonky on me. Bella said, I'll be just tuning in here. Be safe. Yeah, always be safe. I don't know what you'll be tuning into. The internet's not being my friend today a little bit. It was like that a few days ago. But that doesn't happen often. Again, they said maintenance a few days ago. I'm beginning to think either their maintenance wasn't successful and they need to do more, or they're simply doing it again. Che says she's here. All right, there's Che. Derek says, they say everybody has a doppelganger. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I have more than one. According to everybody else, they say, you look like so-and-so, you look like so-and-so. I think we all have more than one. Hey, Mayung Hapon. Mayung Hapon. Hello, Mayung Hapon. That's another awesome thing. I love when people say hello. People here, and especially in Dumaguete, they're very friendly. Especially if they see you vlogging, they enjoy being a part of it, saying hi, and yeah, the simple pleasures in life. I guess that's the best way to put it. Ron Greer says, you're doing great, Mike. I try. Like I said, I don't try to do anything fancy, or I know maybe technology needs to be improved a little bit. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of just trial and error stuff right now. I'm just basically a nobody on YouTube. I'm just enjoying sharing my life, having fun, see if I inspire somebody else to take a leap of faith like I did. You know, that's my main goal. Rick Wallace, I might go for coconut water. We'll see. I'm gonna have to be careful now, because that coconut water place is in the direction of where I lost connection. So just keep me up to date. If anybody, just kind of let me know if the video, or if I don't have video, I guess the audio would stink too, but just let me know if the video looks good right now, blurry. Kind of just give me an idea, just so I know, because I certainly wouldn't want to watch something that was blurry. Simply Arjun says, hey. Somi says, good morning, and may your day be filled with joy and happiness. Thank you, Somi. I'm always happy here in the Philippines. I can't say enough. Clarence says, what's the temperature right now? Last I looked, it was like 84, 85. Right now it looks good, says WXX. Greatly, you know what? I gotta take care of you. I'm gonna make you blue, Mr. WXX, because I appreciate your support, your positive attitude, and just helping me out when I ask just how it looks. Again, I don't typically like to show my face, although I did that the other day. That was just because I had no choice. So you guys, I appreciate you suffering through the camera simply on me sitting at the boulevard because the internet wasn't very good. I love the Philippines. It was very fun there, says Liam. Yeah, I love it here too. Chase telling me she's gonna go meet one of her girlfriends soon. All right, Che, that sounds good. Like I always tell you, while I'm out doing these walks and live streams, if you need something to keep yourself busy, go visit your friends. Good morning, says Simply. Live stream is fine. Thank you very much. Right now it looks good. All right. Off my face. Again, there's more entertaining just to look around. And I'm, like I said, keeping a good eye on everything, making sure it works. George Callie says, you go, Taya. And they Chase says, I know. Rick Wallace said, visual, good clarity. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. Wednesdays, you know, another thing I've learned, like Wednesdays, doing live streams. Obviously, it's Tuesday night in the States, well, after midnight now, but Wednesdays is usually the slowest day of the week, and rightfully so, doing live streams. It's the middle of the week for everybody. People have to get up for work, unless you're working a, second or third shift. But I appreciate anybody that's here. But today is usually a slower, more, I can handle a lot of the comments on a day like today because it's definitely slower. How do you keep yourself busy when you don't work full time? Walking a lot, exercising a lot. Hey, Mayung Hapong. Mayung Hapong. Doing whatever I want. If the worst thing I can, if the most boring thing I could possibly do is go for a walk, which I love walking, I do 10 miles a day. So I need time to get 10 miles in a day walking. Che and I are going to go to Apo Island soon. We figured that out. We're going to do a day trip there. We don't know which day we're going, but we're going to do a day trip to Apo Island. Probably make a video from that of our trip. I don't know if I'll be able to live stream there or not. Certain places that you just don't get a good signal. But yeah, that's how I keep it. Hey, Niels, how are you, Niels? I mean, your countdown must be getting close. Niels is going to be back in the Philippines soon. I mean, I apologize. I can't keep track of all the days when people are coming back, but I know you're coming back soon, Niels. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by anyway. I know, like I said, you got to be excited to get back here. Ron Greer says, let's help Mike grow, like and subscribe. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'll randomly show my face. But ask away at any questions. If I can answer it, I will. It's very easy for me to tell people how much I love and enjoy the Philippines, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. I would never stay somewhere if I didn't like it as much as I do. And quite honestly, I love it a lot more than I ever thought I would. But again, it's the people. WXX says, do you have hobbies? Maybe you can stream it. Honestly, I don't even know if you consider it a hobby. Help. I gotta be careful with this guy. I don't know what he's doing. I don't even know if he knows what he's doing. That didn't sound good. But I don't know if you consider health and fitness a hobby. That I would consider a hobby. Walking, exercising, staying as fit as possible. But again, I don't know if you consider that a hobby. I love music. I do love music, so I guess that's a hobby. That's what I listen to when I'm walking on my own. I'm listening to music. Rick Wallace said, let's be pen pals on paper. Could you imagine that? If I sent you a letter, Rick Wallace, like a pen pal on paper, I don't know how long it would take till you even got that. That would be old news. That would be funny as all can be, though. You know, I remember as a kid having a girlfriend when I was little. I lived in Altoona. She was from Pittsburgh. And we used to write letters back and forth to each other. I can remember the excitement waiting for a letter. And I'm sure, you know, she felt the same way. And then obviously by the time you got it, it was like old news to an extent. But it was always an exciting feeling going to the mailbox or anticipating the letter. And like you go there certain days and it wasn't there yet. And then when you finally got it, helping is a good one. A lot of YouTubers do that. Sebastian says, do you ride motorcycles? I have in the US, I just haven't done it here. I'm not really, my hand's not really forced to have to own a motorbike here because of where I live. Plus the fact I enjoy walking. Now, if I didn't like walking, I probably would have to get a motorbike to get around, or I'd be paying for a tricycle. All right, I'm gonna gamble and go up this way, see how things work out. I don't know. Let me know if the signal gets wonky. Philip's here. Hey, Philip. Welcome, my friend. But you can talk about anything. Well, I know I can talk about anything. You guys probably think I talk too much maybe sometimes. I get that from my father. If I'm gonna blame anybody for my ability to talk or talk too much, I'll blame it on my father. People say, Michael, come up for some air. I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of with a live stream, it goes hand in hand. I guess you have to have the ability to talk, and maybe that's why a lot of people don't like doing them, especially solo. It does take, you have to talk a lot. Yes, Nahalata. Yes, I'm on Silliman Avenue. That's exactly right. You're exactly right. Kathy said, hey, if you send pictures of the gifts, does it cost money? I'm trying to send pictures of what gifts? I don't know what you mean, Kathy. I'm kind of confused. Clarence says, what time is it currently? 1:26 p.m. in the afternoon, Clarence. 1:26 p.m. There's Angel's Pizza. A lot of people like, I've had it once, I think. It was okay. It's like a chain pizza place, but a lot of people like it. Yeah, it's basically going on 1:30, Clarence. I'm 13 hours ahead of my parents in Pennsylvania, so I'm living in the future. And that's kind of funny when you say it. But like I said, there's so many bakeries around here, coffee shops everywhere. Sometimes you wonder how all these places can stay in business because there's a lot of competition. Kathy said, oh, there it goes. That's what you meant. Thank you, Kathy. Sent the bronze medal. I see that. And then John Ramos sent the bronze medal as well. Thank you very much. I always show my face. People don't have to look at my mug, but as a respect thing, I want to say thank you for your generosity. I never asked for that stuff. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. It's very humbling because, you know, you're spending your hard-earned money on me, and sharing your time with me is more than enough. So I appreciate that. And God bless you. Thank you for that. Jay Bo 72 says, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at. Is the American dollar good in the Philippines? Yes, Clarence. I don't know. Here, let me show you this building. This is going to be a condo building. It is actually pink. I think it's opening soon. I'd be very curious what it costs to live in there. I'm definitely going to check out this place. But this is a new condo building that they're putting here. I can't zoom back any further. But I'm going to find out. I have what they cost, but I will let you guys know. I'm going to look. Hey, Mayong Hapon. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. Hey, do you know when these will be open?
There's no exact date yet.
You don't know exact date. Do you know how much?
Expensive, but
If you find out, if you find out how much they are, let me know when you see me walking.
Okay.
Because people are asking me in the live
Yeah.
stream how much. I said I don't know, but I know obviously opening soon.
no exact date yet because they're having work.
All right, thank you very much. Amping.
Um,
Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mayong hapon. He's up there working, waving. Oh, very. I'd be afraid to be hanging on the outside of a building. Lots of call centers. Yes, there's lots of call centers. Just keep me up to date on the signal. I'm kind of near that place where it got glitchy, and I don't want to lose you guys. Mike, you now on Maria Cristina Avenue. You are good too. You're like Dr. Red Taco, another guy. You're like my personal GPS. I appreciate that. Yeah, it does look like a cool place. It's like I said, I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, it's pink. And then somebody I was talking to the other day mentioned, hey, did you see the new apartment building going up? And she was trying to describe it. I said, is that the pink building? She said, yeah. I said, I know exactly where you mean. So I'll let people know. Because I like sharing stuff like that with people, especially foreigners, people looking to travel to the Dumaguete area. They like to know about places to live, the cost, and stuff like that. All right, thank you, Ron Greer. I appreciate updates on the signal, because sometimes it might go out for you guys, but it doesn't show reconnecting for me all the time right away. And the only thing I notice is if I happen to pay attention is all the people that are in the chat just fall off. They disappear. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. Happy Wednesday. Amping. Amping. Rick says signal's good. Clarence says amazing. This is actually happening right now in the Philippines. Amazing. Well, I'm glad you like it so much. Like I said, I just like sharing it because I'm here every day. And again, I'm a big advocate of health and exercise. If you live in a place like here in Dumaguete, go for a walk. Walk through the city. So many people, you'll make friends with so many people, and it's the easiest thing you'll ever do, and it's the most satisfying thing you'll ever do. I mean, yes, I had friends in the United States, but I couldn't walk places like this. And most people in the US just ignore you. They're not interested. There are too many other things going on in their life. That's okay, I get it. But this is what makes Dumaguete in the Philippines so special. The people, their attitude, their friendliness, they're so welcoming. They're happy. They particularly love it when foreigners are here for the most part. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that don't like it. I mean, nobody's perfect, but for the most part, when you're here, everybody is so nice. And that's what I love. The people, the people, the people. Everything else is icing on the cake. The islands, the nature, the beaches, the ocean, being able to travel in and out, here in the Philippines. Maybe I'll go down this way, just so I don't get myself in trouble. I'm a little apprehensive to go near the public market now. Jody says, what about food poisoning? You know what? I'm not so sure I ever experienced any food poisoning here. I think maybe one time, and it's my own fault. I had, 2 times. I think I accidentally drank some water, swallowed it, brushing my teeth that I shouldn't have been swallowing. And I didn't really get sick. I just spent some time sitting on the toilet. That should tell you everything you need to know. Second time it was the first time I ever had street food. I'm not talking barbecued like chicken or pork or something like that on a stick. That's fine. I ate some really street food, lumpia, something called dynamite. It was like a jalapeno within like a lumpia wrap. And what else did I have? It's just other street food that I've never had. And I just think because my diet is so strict and clean, it could have been the ingredients, it could have been maybe the oil. You got to be careful with seed oils, especially old oil. I don't know if the oil was used multiple times. Something didn't sit well with me. It was tasted great. First time I had street food with Che, we were eating it together. And then all of a sudden, within an hour and a half after I ate, my stomach started to hurt really bad. And I'm like, something don't seem right. And it was from I know it was from the street food. And then once again, I spent the rest of the evening, my basically favorite room was the bathroom. This is Lee Plaza. This is another place people go. You got onto San Jose Street. Oh, this is great. I love you doing this narrating. But yeah, like you see, you got pharmacy, Goldilocks, Dunkin'. I don't know if I've seen that whole gang. I think it's been closed. Robinson Grocery Store. But like this is like the main street. Then you got Chow King, you got Jollibee over there, McDonald's. But again, I have so much fun. Like a lot of people don't like, and I get it, everybody's different. I still don't consider Dumaguete a city. So when I describe Dumaguete, I describe it as a town. I have more of a town vibe. Yes, there's a lot of people here. Yes, as a foreigner, I enjoy being a minority here. I enjoy it. But that's the grocery store that we get our groceries a lot from. But everything else, fruits and vegetables, we'll get from the public market, which I wanted to show you more of that, but I lost the signal. But yeah, like everywhere you go, you'll see, hey, mayong hapon. But like, see how nice their fruit is? Like everywhere you go, and it smells great. That's what I love about here. You can't go anywhere with someone not selling fruit and exotic fruits I've never had in my life in the streets. I never even knew there were that many different types of bananas. I think I've tried like 4 or 5 different types of bananas. I never knew that many bananas existed. Jeff Johnson said, any drive-thrus? I've never seen a drive-thru here. That's actually a good question. I've never seen a drive-thru. Mayong hapon. I've never seen a drive-thru. This is pizza. A lot of people come to this Greenwich pizza place. A lot of people come here. They like it. Mayong hapon. I mean, obviously they got like this lasagna, 2 for 199 pesos. I can even show you where immigration is. Immigration's right down here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I have a problem, sir.
I gotta go. Yeah. Then let me show you where immigration is. GOP media says sounds awesome. So no, I don't think there's any drive-thrus. Oop Media said Filipino girls are cute. Yeah, they're beautiful here. Beautiful. Even better people in their hearts. They have beautiful hearts. In my experience, nobody's perfect. Before someone says they're not all perfect, well, nobody in this world is perfect. But if you're trying to get the immigration off the main street, just remember Greenwich Pizza and Unitop at the corner, and you walk up 1 block, and it's basically down this long alleyway, walkway. That's where immigration is, down at the end to the left. I did do a video on it just to help people find it, because it's kind of hidden back there. It's like an alley, an enclosed alleyway. Let me go back here. Jason Effect, hey Michael, what happened at the market to make you apprehensive? Basically my signal. Smart is just being weird. Something, I don't know, it was like that a couple days ago. They were doing maintenance. Well, I learned after the live stream, I was getting kicked out. And then when I was down by the public market just about, I don't know, minutes ago, I got kicked out and lost everybody. So that's why I'm kind of just staying away from the public market a little bit. I'm kind of close to it, trying to test my boundaries again. We'll see what happens. But a very active, great Wednesday, sunny, 84, 85 degree day here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Yes, lots of tuk-tuks. Fortune says, then just visa trip, then re-enter with Panay wife for renewed 1 year. Kyle Steban says, yes, there are drive-through. All right, where in the Philippines are they? Maybe in the bigger cities. I don't know of any drive-through here in Dumaguete. But then again, I don't eat that much fast food. So that would probably be another reason why I wouldn't really notice right away. I want to go up that way, but I don't know. Let me go back here. Clarence says, is this ice? I don't know what you mean, Clarence. Brian, when you enter with your Pinay wife, you can get a 1 year. Why not stop, get some fruit? I want to go get the coconut water. That's what I want to do. Michael Hunter's here. Hey, Michael Hunter. Oh, Clarence said, just kidding. Signal is good, says Ron. You guys want me to just kind of go get the coconut water and stay like around the outside perimeter of the public market? What do you think I should do? Michael Hunter. Monkey Wrench says, my man. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you think I should go and get some coconut water? The place is near to get a coconut chopped open and get some water. It's not far from the market, but maybe if I stay on the outside of it. All right, I'm gonna go. Who sent me? Monkey Wrench sent me a torch. Thank you, Monkey Wrench. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Your generosity. I just can't thank people enough when they donate hard-earned money to me. Like I said, I'm just blessed and thankful that you're watching and enjoying this. And I'm not boring the hell out of you. Well, I'm sure there's somebody I'm boring. But for the most part, I'm thankful that you guys continue to support me and show up for me when I'm out walking. I mean, it's kind of different, you know, although I'm walking amongst a lot of people, I'm walking with a lot of people because I'm walking with you guys. All right, so we're gonna take a gamble. I'm gonna flip the screen. I'm gonna leave the comments at the bottom. So if anything I miss, I apologize, but at least you guys can update me if you notice the signal at all getting blurry or anything. I'm gonna take a gamble. Jollibee and McDonald's have drive-through, which means you can drive your car to the takeout counter. Even the ones here in Dumaguete, they have a drive-through? Clarence says, hey, I really enjoyed this vicarious experience. God bless you, brother. Going to bed, and to everyone. Well, Clarence, make sure you pop up again sometime. And if you haven't subscribed or given me a thumbs up, you know, subscribe if this is something you enjoy. And hope to see you again. Don't be a stranger. Muhammad said, I drank coconut water from Kane a couple days ago. Yeah, I'm going to get coconut water, but I'm just praying that I don't lose my signal. But we'll see what happens. I'm staying like on the outside of the public market along the street. Maybe there was some interference, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Clarence said, just subscribe. Thank you, Clarence. I appreciate it. Be safe, brother. Get some sleep. Appreciate it all. No, it's not India. It's Dumaguete. Ron, thank you for that update. That's important. So, now you're saying the image clear or slightly blurry? Because even that can be an indicator of, like, if it starts to get blurry, maybe I'm setting myself up. Overlord says, this is Philippines. Thank you, Overlord. Yes, it's Philippines. Clarence says, you're welcome. Poop Jeep. Yes, it is the Philippines. And guess what? It is cleaner than you think. Signals are so good so far. All right, I'm going to flip the screen. I'll pay attention as best I can and also not get... They wouldn't run me over here anyway, but I just want to pay attention and not just be oblivious just because I have a camera in my hand. I know what street I need to cross over. So far, so good. Those glasses have a camera in them. I wish they did. I wish. I know people have talked about, not like meta glasses, but if I could get progressive glasses like mine are now, progressive, and be able to do a live stream without holding the camera, that would be awesome. That would absolutely be awesome. All right. Mike, you're on Real Street. All right, Ash Wednesday is last week. I wish these glasses had a camera. All right, I'm gonna keep going down. Just keep updating me. Let me know that the video quality and the signal's good. Thank you for the navigation. Just gonna call you Nihal, Nihalada. Navigator says the air quality from traffic is like smoking a pack of cigarettes. You know what? It don't bother me. It's not to say that it couldn't at some point, but it doesn't bother me. There's usually a fairly decent breeze here in Dumaguete from the ocean because it's not far. It kind of keeps it flowing better. Now there's days where the air is still, and you know that does happen. Rick Wallace said, just got my glasses today. I live in Davao, and this place looks very similar. Thank you, Overlord Kada. I appreciate you even being here. Now I'm gonna go get the coconut water. I'm close. Very, 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 very close. I just don't want to get in anybody's way. There's a lot. It's crazy though. I love the traffic. I know a lot of people see it and think it's overwhelming, but Jenny Bars, they do have 2 movie theaters that I'm aware of. There's one in the Robinson Mall on the outer part of Dumaguete, not in the Robinson grocery store, but the Robinson Mall, and the City Mall has a movie theater. I've been to both. Haven't been to them for a very long time. Between the two, they're both nice. I prefer the City Mall movie theater better because it's more new. But yeah, they have movie theaters. Poop Jeet says, come to India for fresh air and pollution-free environment. Poop Jeet, I appreciate you being here. I do. I greatly appreciate it. And if anybody's going to constantly remind me to visit India, it's going to be you and several other people. That'll probably come to fruition someday. That'll, happen. So the signal's still good. Would you please point your camera once in a while to the public street signs to get an idea of your location? All right, I gotta find a street sign. That's always not possible. Like there's not a lot of street signs. But Huntvar, I apologize for that, but yeah, like good luck finding one. Some places there are street signs, like there's one way down there and it's faded. Mayung Hapong. I'm trying to find you a street sign. I don't see one. I found India to be less crowded than the Philippines despite being more densely populated. I'm in America and I'm afraid we'll have some serious forest fire smoke this summer. That's possible. You said I'm having... Uh-oh. You say the signal's going up, going bad now. And the coconut water place is right across the street. Thank you, Nihal. Cool if you see Solo Me is playing, take your wife to it. It's absolutely romantic and funny. All right, I got you, Jenny. A little blurry. Well, the coconut place is right across the street. You want me to get the coconut water? You said better now. You want me to make... All right, I'll go across the street. I hope it doesn't just get like, it's literally right across the street here. Little blurry, says Ron Greer. I'm gonna go for it. We're just gonna see the way. All right, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna stand out here, being that you said the signal's bad. Overlord, I think the signal problem is something with smart. I had this problem the other day, and they said they were doing maintenance. The only problem is that was the other day, so it's doing it again. But yeah, I'm drinking this, but I kind of stood around the corner where maybe the signal's better. All right, Hunt Bar says it's good. Rick Wallace says it's clear. I'm gonna stand in the spot until I'm done drinking this. So I apologize if you guys are bored. The electric random, in my opinion, doesn't seem that bad. That all has to do with how much you're running the, the air con, which the only time we run the air conditioner is when we sleep at night. I mean, yeah, you can consider it noisy, poop Jeep, but it don't bother me. Now, I guess if my bedroom was right by the street, that'd probably drive me nuts. Random says, I want to move there to mine crypto. Joe says, will you bring your parents to live there with you? Live-in caretakers are cheap there. From Miami. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Joe. My mother probably could never physically make that trip from the U.S. to here. She probably couldn't do it. My father, he probably could. He would definitely have to be in first class. He'd have to buy the most expensive ticket because his body just doesn't work the way, I don't know, it should, in my opinion. But yeah, they could definitely get better health. Like, somebody could take care of them in their house. Much, much less expensive and more care here in the Philippines for sure. Everyone hit the like, says Ron. Again, I'm still drinking this. I apologize for standing in one spot. Mayong hapon. Yummers, very good comment. Then stay there, please. Very good comment, Yummers. I mean, yeah, like, I talk about positive things. No matter where you live at in the world, nothing is perfect. But I do believe you can find something that's perfect for you. I'm happy here. I don't mind it. I'm not interested in finding things wrong with everywhere I'm at in the world, focusing on that. Typically for me, the negatives are far less than the positives. But for whatever reason, a lot of people enjoy, I don't know, being consumed by negativity. I'm more interested in positive stuff. I appreciate that. I'm trying to think of a good name for you. Nihal Latanayek. It's so long, but thank you, Mike. Need that rest. Yeah, Poopjeet. I'm sure India's economy is great. I don't have anything bad to say about India. Hey, Mayong Hapon. But I don't have anything bad to say about living here. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna give him this coconut back as possible and then get across the street. So hold on, because I don't want this signal to go, but I'm just gonna give them, they can throw this out. I don't want, no, you can have it, you can have it. Thank you. Salamat. See you, thank you. All right, let's get out of here so I can be back to more safer internet quality, hopefully, possibly. Mayong hapon. WXX says, is the Philippines economy stable? Quite honestly, I don't look into that much. Fortune would definitely probably be able to answer that question. He's a banker here in the Philippines. I can't answer that question. It's just not something I really, I guess, worry about or need to worry about right now. Not that I don't look into things like that. Let me know how the signal is right now. Like I'm going the opposite direction of where I was at. We all know why Americans go to Southeast Asia, Hurley said. I don't know. Why is that, Hurley? Give me your thoughts on why Americans go to Southeast Asia. Because I have many reasons, and it's probably not all the reasons maybe you're going to give, but you never know. That's all right. All right, treat light. All right, thank you. The signal is better. Isn't that just weird? I don't know if I should cut through that way. I'm trying to walk the safest way possible. You know what? I'll go the exact same way that I came from, and we'll see how that works out. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Dennis, it can be crazy. It looks crazy. I remember when I first came here, it looks overwhelming and whatnot, but quite honestly, they're very pedestrian friendly here. It may not look it, but they are very, very pedestrian friendly here. And again, you kind of almost feel like if you don't cross the road, you could stand there all day. But if you just gradually make your way across the street, people will slow up for you and let you cross the road. Dennis Edwards says, nice day there. Okay, I got that. Fortune says, yes, Philippine economy is stable, growing 5% each year, but can be affected if China does some foolish things in the West Philippine Sea. There you go. I knew if somebody could update you, it would be Fortune. Signal is better. Hurley says massages. I don't know. I mean, I know if you get a good quality, clean massage, if you know what I mean, it's not very expensive, and it'll probably be one of the best massages you've ever had. Very inexpensive. I remember the first massage I got here, never had one in my entire life. Never ever had a massage in my entire life. The first one I got was 2 hours long. I thought I was gonna fall asleep. I mean, it was a good relaxation. I mean, I don't even remember what I paid for it. It was very cheap though. Something like that in the US for 2 hours. My legs felt like $1 million because I do a lot of walking. Man, she hit the pressure points in my calves. I felt like I had new legs. Rego Park, New York is here. He says, hello from Queens, New York. Wrapped up 20 inches of snow cleanup. When working, which did you dislike more, the winter tarmac in Harrisburg or summers at PBI? Very good question. I just liked the winter tarmac in Harrisburg. Although it was hot, and sometimes certain areas of the tarmac, especially if it was like blacktop in some areas, it literally, you felt like you were just sinking in it. But yeah, I definitely preferred the summer of Palm Beach, Florida, and not even close. The winters are just too long of a darn season. And then, you know, by the time all the snow melted, you didn't have anywhere to park. You just had to yeah, it was just inconvenient with the snow pileups in Harrisburg. Thank you. Thank you. And see, you get nice people like that, and then I just make my way. But that's funny, Hurley massages, back to that. Mark Preston says, hi. Hi, Mark Preston. Ron Gurr says, show your support. Jaywalking in the States, in a way. JF says, a rub and a tug. I never had one of those, so I can't even elaborate on that. But that's funny. I get it. There are, I'm sure, many situations like that, but not me. AMZ says Phil's has a big future. Yeah, and like I said, I see things being built here. I know a lot of people like to reference the Philippines as a third world country, but I mean, I don't know. People do what the best they can do with what they have. And quite honestly, I love the fact that so many people are just happier here. That to me is contagious. There's so many happy people here. What are your thoughts on India? I don't know a lot about India, Poopjeet. I'd love to. Everything I've seen and heard about it from you, from others that have come to my live stream about India, it would definitely be a place I'd be interested in visiting. You know what I mean? Now that I've been here, that just opened my whole attitude and mindset to go different places, to meet different people has completely changed. I'm all in favor of trying new things. I mean, I flew halfway around the world from Pennsylvania in the United States, never thinking I'd ever do anything like this, and I did it. So now that I've done it, I'm even more motivated, you know. Like I've told people, I'm gonna go to Japan first, but it could be India, I don't know. Japan's always been first on my list, but I might be able to get, you know, more bang for the buck in India, I'm not sure. Twin Cities Oxygen says, I imagine the common use of English is a big perk. Yes, that's definitely a big perk. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to Thailand someday, but I can also think to myself, I know people that have gone to Thailand by themselves. They've survived and they use their device to translate and whatnot. But they said that was their biggest, you know, if they had one negative about Thailand, it was the language barrier. It definitely helps to be able to communicate. Donnie says, hi, Michael. Hello, Donnie. So Xbox Master's here. Hey, my friend. What the heck? You got to be on your plane by now, Xbox Master. I know I don't have the exact days. So Mayong Hapon. Mayong Hapon. You got to be close, Xbox, to getting here to the Philippines. Oh, you okay? There you go. I just saw you fly tomorrow. Well, you make sure you have a safe flight. Again, I don't remember, and I apologize. If you do end up coming through Dumaguete, you know how to hit me up. Either through YouTube, obviously, but you got my Facebook link. You got my Instagram link on my in the bio description box in my YouTube. So the walk is going great. Ron Greer said, show your support. Thank you, Ron Greer, as always. Mark Preston says hi. Don linked us. Wow, 2 hours, incredible. You mean the live stream? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's almost 60, or no, 61, almost at 2 hours, if that's what you're referring to, just walking. Trying to see some of these. I love diving in the Philippines, says treat life right. It's like playing Frogger. Very true. By the way, it is Woodstock, but the name was taken. You know what? Woodstock it is. I'm going to try and remember that. Woodstock, Woodstock, Woodstock. Xbox says, thank you, brother. I will 100% come see you. And don't be the first thing you want to do with me is push-ups. Not that I would deny you, but I could just see that with you. You'd have me doing push-ups. Paul says, have I ever rented a... Hey, Mayong Hapon, Mayong Hapon. Have I ever rented a motorbike? Not yet. Not yet. And that'll be the first time I ever did a motorbike is when I have to. When Che and I go to Apo Island, we have to go from here in Dumaguete to Darwin and then take a boat from Darwin to Apo Island. We're just going to take a bus. Her friend has a motorbike, but 3 of us on a motorbike would not be good. It's just, not that I'm that big, but for a motorbike and then 2 Filipinos, 3 people, it's not very comfortable to travel from here to Darwin. So you can see that apartment building. gonna be big. I wonder if it's gonna have a pool. That would be interesting. Xbox says, how did you know I wanted to do push-ups with you? I have no idea. I think it has something to do with you having me do it on a live stream before. And no, I'm not gonna do it now. But yeah, that was funny. The one time I did push-ups on a live stream, but then I was corrected by the men in the military that obviously know more about push-ups probably than me, said I didn't actually do a full push-up, which I thought I did pretty good, but I guess it wasn't good enough for military standards. And I respect that. I didn't do it totally right. So the scooter thing, Paul, not yet. Not yet. My hand hasn't been forced. I'm just nervous. And it's not so much I'm worried about the traffic. I'm worried about my mindset as a driver. The American mindset kind of thing here, and it's totally different here. If I was like out in the middle of nowhere in a province area just to start and learn, I'd feel more comfortable doing that. You guys will be the first to know whenever I ride a motorbike. I won't do a live stream on a motorbike though. That would probably could be potentially embarrassing. Xbox says, love you, brother. Can't wait to get there and go for a night out and good food. Yeah, there's, like I said, my number one place for food is Astoria, but you already know that. Rick Wallace said, effort count. Hey, my young Poland, he says, effort that counts. Well, yeah. And like I said, I thought I was doing pretty good, but I was on like uneven dirt ground outside. I'd prefer to be like on a flatter, more stable, flat surface. But no excuses. No excuses. The streets are clean, and I've never seen anyone cleaning. I like that it means people just don't litter. I've seen an improvement in that. Even from the time I lived in Bacolod for 4 months to when I came back here in Dumaguete, right away, I noticed that. You can see there's a concerted effort to improve the cleanliness. I mean, I've seen it. I noticed it right away. And I also noticed I don't see as many dogs. And I mentioned that, like the street dogs. I kind of mentioned that to my friend. I said, hey, is it just me or is there less street dogs? And he had said that he had seen, like dog catchers or whatever, rounding some of them up at some points where he lives in Banilad. So there must be some truth to that because I don't see as many street dogs as I used to, at least not here in the city. They never bothered me or anything. There were just a lot of them. Edwin saying the Duke of Duma Power Walk is on, and I appreciate that. I'm not the Duke of anything. I'm just Michael, simple life, living in the Philippines, enjoying it, sharing my happiness with you guys. You guys are the true, dupes in my opinion, because you're here to support me. Let me see here. Fortune says, Gino of Dazzle TV expecting a subscriber next week. He will fetch him in Cataclin to start a new life in Calibo. Yeah, Gino's awesome. Shout out to Gino. He creates a soft landing. Very experienced, obviously. Filipino-American, born in the Philippines, lived in America, was in the military in the U.S., retired here in the Philippines. So he has a lot of experience as well, a lot of knowledge. Let me see here. If you ever go to India, says Kyle Staban, go to Isha Center, designed and engineered by Sadguru G. Ron Greer says signal's still good. Hunt Bar says, please comment on the few houses you are walking by. I see brick walls. Hunt Bar, I don't even know what ones. I apologize. I probably went past them. Thank God I was born in India. Can't stand this much honking and noise. Poop Jeep. Come on now. It ain't that bad. And you know what? If it was that, well, maybe not. Maybe you're just a really nice guy and being super supportive of my channel, hanging out with me. Maybe that's what it is. I appreciate you being here, Poop G, suffering through my live stream with all the noises. Nihal says, Mike, have you done a live stream on Silliman? You know what? I've gone through there, which is right behind me. That leads Silliman College. And when I go through there, all those trees in the past, now it's been a very long time, but the trees would interfere with my signal and cut me out. I would like to go down through there. I'll go down this way. I don't know if you guys have any demands. Yeah, Poop Jeep, I know you're a happy guy. You wouldn't even be here. Only if you're interested, look up. Oh, I'm interested in everything, Kyle. I appreciate you educating me. I have so much to learn in life. I'll spend the rest of my life learning things. Gerald Gee says hi. Hello, Gerald. All right, I'm gonna flip this now. Where do you guys want me to go? Towards the water or back through the main street in the city? I'm gonna let you guys determine. Xbox wants to know how much I pay for data on my phone and stream. I get 15 days. I try to get a month. For whatever reason, every time I try to get a month's worth, it denies me. For 15 days, unlimited 5G, it costs me 350, 400 pesos, which is significantly cheaper than what I pay. All right, Rick Wallace says water. Terry says Main Street. Here's what I'll do. I'll make everybody happy. I'll go through the main street this way, and then I'll drop down towards the water. So I can kill two birds with one stone. But yeah, for 2:10 in the afternoon, like I said, Silliman College is right this way. If I could go that way, I would. But I've gotten kicked every time I go through there. All right, so I'm gonna go through Main Street, which is here, and then I'll cut down in the water because I'm at like 102 minutes, which is close to where I like to be. I like to do 2 hours. I think you guys have had enough of me for 2 hours. And I appreciate you guys still being here. So Main Street and then towards the water, which the water is basically to my left, like 2 to 3 blocks to my left. So it's not that hard. Hey, Mayung Hapon. But they do have nice shoes. I always just wonder if those are authentic. I never went in there, but I always wonder if those On shoes are authentic. I wouldn't know the difference anyway. I'm not a professional authenticator when it comes to shoes. Hendrik says too crowded. I can see why you would think that. I mean, I used to feel, when I first came here, I was so overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then once you start to, hey, Mayong Hapon. Once you start to put yourself amongst everybody, it's different than being in a crowd in the U.S. for me. The people here are smiling, saying hello. The people in the U.S., not all of them, they just don't seem like they're very happy, you know? For me, everybody's happy. I gotta say hello to my other security. Ayong hapon. Hamping you too. Have a good day. And see, I couldn't do that in the U.S. Like, who could I go out, unless I had a personal friend that was like a security guard. But they're like my friends now, but Cake 6313. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. Woodstock says San Diego downtown is way worse. And like I said, if I were in New York City, maybe I would be, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't like it. I've been to New York City before. I know what it's like. I had a girlfriend there many years ago. Dated for almost 2 years. Spent a lot of time in Manhattan. 300 East 46th Street, up from the United Nations building. I have a lot of experience in New York. This is completely different in New York. I mean, people didn't say hello to me in New York. They do here. Exactly, 180 degrees. Totally different. Totally different. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. Is there a lot of crime? I mean, I don't notice any. I mean, the whole world has gone, hey, Mayung Hapon. There's a lot of crime everywhere, unfortunately, in the world. Have I personally experienced anything here in Philippines? No. I feel completely safe here. Mayung Hapon. I feel completely safe here. Happy. Signature says location, Dumaguete, Philippines. I better cross now. And then once I get up this way, I'll make a left and I'll go right towards the water. But no, like I said, I don't have any problems when I'm here. Nobody bothers me. That's not to say that nothing's possible, because anything is possible. But for me, I feel perfectly safe here. I don't have any issues. Dumaguete is ranked safest city in the Philippines by World Travel Index. I've heard that. I knew they were ranked for something. Somebody said something earlier. They were ranked number 3 for something else, and I can't remember what it was. As far as the news, like America here, I don't watch TV here. But then I didn't watch TV at home either. If I watched anything at home, it was sports or movies. I would stream movies. That was about it. I really loved in the Philippines, made tons of friends. They took care of me when I got sick. Yes, they do. Jungle Bunny, I'm following with you. I'm a nature guy, but I like the best of both worlds. I like Dumaguete is very close to nature. You don't have to go very far and you're in nature. You don't have to go very far and you can get you have access to grocery stores. You have access to things that are necessary, where some people that live much further away, they got to travel to get what they need. And they, obviously maybe they only take once a month trips. I don't know how they do it, but going towards the water now. I totally get it, Jungle Bunny. I'm a nature guy. I like waterfalls. I like the ocean. I like the beach. There's so many other islands in the Philippines that I haven't even visited yet that I could easily like better than Dumaguete. I've only lived, and I've mentioned this before, I've only ever lived in 2 places. Dumaguete, which is here, and Bacolod. I prefer Dumaguete. Why? Bacolod is too much of a city there. You're not close to water like this. There's nowhere to walk really along the water. You have to, hey, Mayung Hapon, you have to go a lot further to get to places. Here, I can get on right at the port down here, get on a boat, take a 30-minute, 40-minute boat ride. I'm at Siquijor Island. Waterfalls, beaches, very province-like, nature-like. Bang, you're there in less than 30 to 40 minutes. You can go there for the day and come back. And then you have Bohol. From what people, I've not been to Bohol yet, 2-hour ride on a boat. Now, I wouldn't just stay the day there, but spend the night. There's Valencia here, lots of nature in Valencia, waterfalls, hey, hot springs, all sorts of stuff. So I get the nature thing. If I was that far from nature, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't like Dumaguete. This kind of gives me the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Well, yeah, Hunt Bar, obviously. But you know what? When I was in Bacolod Hunt Bar, Che was with me. Che actually preferred it here more in Dumaguete as well. Different language in Bacolod. They speak Ilonggo. Now, Che understands Ilonggo, but would speak in Bisaya. They could have a conversation. It's just, it's more career, it's just different. They call Dumaguete the city of gentle souls for a reason. You just have to come here to experience it for yourself. And again, you could come here and not like it. And again, I'm sure there's other islands, places to go in the Philippines that the people are just as welcoming as they are in Dumaguete. Can you jump the water? You can get in there. I'll show you exactly where people get in at. I've never gotten in there. Now, if I do this boat trip that I'm trying to plan with these locals in a bunker boat, or they put the nets out and they catch the fish, they drop their nets basically all along the boulevard here, not that far out here, all along the water. Truth seeker guy. That's funny. I won't repeat the comment, but you know I'm reading it. It's funny, I have to admit. Yes, the sea breeze is my benefit. Maybe it doesn't benefit you, because sometimes I feel bad because it gets windy and then you don't hear me as well. And then people say, Michael, you need to get your microphones on. That noise is annoying. And I get that. Art Park says, have a great day. Dr. Red Talker says, Mike heading to Pantawan People's Park, the boulevard. Now, like if you want to get into the water, you can get in right down here. I just don't always like make sure there's nobody. See right here, I'll show you. Rick Wallace says, kind of like us, gentle souls. Yeah, I can relate to the gentle souls because I consider myself one. Very true. Let me go. And when they have the bunker boat races here, they put like all the teams competing, set up all their boats and motors and everything all along here, and then they get in. You can get in right here. I mean, it's like a ramp, and this is like, well, you see that one that drifted in here the other day. It was like totally submerged underwater, but if you see, you can understand why. The side panels are busted out of it and everything. But yeah, you could swim in here right now. There's kids that literally use this right here, jump in. Yeah, you can get in right there. It's a little, I wouldn't say it's as choppy as it was the other day. But yeah, I noticed they load these like bags up of like sand or whatever. And I don't know if you can see them from there, but they put them in the water to slow down the force of the waves from, I guess after time, it can break up this like ramp. I don't know if you'll be able to see the white bags sitting in there with the sun, but like I'll try to, like see right there, they put them in there to just help slow the force of the water, I guess to protect that. There are rocks all through, the big rocks. But I love it here. This is like, people always say, what's like one of your favorite things about Dumaguete other than the people? I love being close to the ocean. Like, why be in an island for me, and if you're not near the water? And like I said, you can take a boat right from there, 30 to 40 minutes to Sikihor Island, which is, I've been there 3 times, and there's so much more to see over there. Now, where those clouds are, that's Cebu Island over there. I don't know how long it takes you to get there. I mean, a plane ride from Cebu to Dumaguete is like 30 to 40 minutes. And then Bohol, through the Bohol Sea, Bohol's down that way. So that's why I like Dumaguete. It's the convenience. There's a lot of convenience here, close to the nature. You get a little bit of the nature's not far, and that's why I like it. Sorry, don't roll the camera like a fool and let me look at the sea and sky. What are you doing? I'm not crazy, but my apologies. I'm not trying to roll it. I'm just Cosmocrat. I guess you're a professional camera guy. Yeah, we used to do it in the Army. I was in the Navy. Nettie says beautiful. Yeah, very clear water. If that cloud starts to rotate, I mean, it does look like it could rain. Overlord says we don't have this easy access to the water in Davao, despite it being by the sea too. And that's why, like, it's not like Bacolod wasn't near the ocean. It just didn't really have any type of access. And it certainly didn't have a place like this to walk by. I mean, this goes way down and around. Yeah, I mean, they're not calling for rain, but it's like weird. One dark one, blue everywhere else. Terry says, what time do you go to bed on average? Between 9 and 10 o'clock. Because I like to get up early, 9 and 10. Yeah, I like to be up because it gets dark here at 6 all year round. You don't have that benefit like in the summertime. Say Pennsylvania in the summer, it's getting dark between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Mark Souter said Dumaguete is really nice. Lots of cool things to see and do. That's the way I feel. You're going to meet Joselle at Yellow Cab. Have you seen any UFO flying saucers in that area? No. I haven't seen any of that, and I haven't seen chemtrails either. No UFOs and no chemtrails that I've noticed. A bus ride from Dumaguete to Cebu is about 7 hours, and by boat as well. It's 7 hours on the boat from here to Cebu? Really? I thought Cebu was close by boat. Ende Chase says front of boulevard. Oh boy. Does that mean you're already there? I don't know where she's at. I'm not sure where Che's at. I know where Yellow Cab Pizza is, but I don't think she's there yet. I thought she says I'm going to meet. Okay. Old West. Hey, Old West. Hope all is well. Oh, almost. Sorry, Che. Nice to see you, Old West. I'm about almost at my 2 hours. And again, if anybody's new to the channel, still hanging out here, I appreciate. Honestly, it's sacrifice. You lost her again. She's somewhere possum. But no, I appreciate you guys hanging out. My regulars, anybody that's new, always appreciate you sacrificing your time to hang out with me. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and it's something you might be interested in, you can do that too. I was gonna let you guys say hello to Che, but I don't know how soon she's gonna get here. But she says almost, so that means she should be close. Because it's been a while since you guys have said hello to her. Jenny says, where are you? I'm at Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. Muhammad said, did like and subscribe. Thank you, Muhammad. I appreciate that. Edwin says, thanks, Michael. Your walk is a blast, brother. I hope it's a blast. I'm just thankful that everybody continues to return, and we all, because it's not just me, we all kind of make this thing what it is. Honestly, without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So I thank you guys. Nihal says, thank you so much, Mike, for today. Have a great afternoon. Thank you. You know what, Nihal? I got to do something for you. Don't leave yet. Nihal, that's like for short. Nihal, next time you make a comment, you're going to be blue. I appreciate you being my like little GPS navigator. That's very nice of you. Dash Cam Uncut YouTube says, what up? Yeah, I'm probably going to let you guys go. I don't know how soon. All right, wait a minute. Che says, I see you now. Now she says, I see you. Are you near the Yellow Cab? And people can say, you can say hello to everybody. Rick Wallace says it works. Now, hold on. I might be able to have Che say hello to you. And then you can make fun of her. She was cooking here. I've told her to stop cooking with oil. I've told her this over and over again because many, many months ago, Che was cooking with oil in a dirty kitchen outside in our apartment in Bannylad. She burned herself. And I told her, you got to wear either long sleeves or some sort of protective stuff. You know, she got splashed, she got burned. And I said, don't do that anymore unless you're going to protect yourself. Some certain things pop and splash in your face. heaven forbid it hits you in the eye or whatever. Well, guess what? She was cooking with oil again. Are you a by yellow cab? You're saying come here, ha ha. I'm looking, guys, just hold on. I'm asking you just that way you can say hi to Che, but she says come here. I'm looking towards yellow. All right, I'm going towards yellow cab. We're gonna go this way. I'll let you guys look at that. But what I was saying was I told her not to cook with oil anymore. It's too dangerous unless she's protecting herself a little bit. Well, she went and did it again. And yeah, she had oil splash on her forearms a little bit, splash up in her face. And it was like one mark. She's lucky. It was like below her eye, but she's very lucky that it didn't hit her in the eye. But she says a long time ago she had oil that actually splashed her in the eye, which that's not good. And so I told her, I said, oh, I see her right down here. So she's listening to me tell you guys about her oil experience. Look at her saying, ha ha, that's private. No, it's stupid. She says, oh yeah, I don't like her cooking with oil. It's too dangerous. Yeah, Nihal, I forget. She told me, I'll let her explain to you what she put in what she fried in the oil. Something caused a popping. But you're probably right. See, there she is standing right there. Come closer. Yeah, I'm gonna let you see. No.
I don't do that.
No, I want them to see. See right here? No, don't scrunch your face. See that right there? That's from oil. Where are the arms? Look. No. Look there. Oil. Look at that. Oil all over. So you want to explain to them what you were cooking in the oil? Tell them.
I'm cooking some
Cheese or something?
cheese, mashed potato, and then I just make a circle and then put cheese inside. That's why it's pop.
So yeah, she's here to talk about it, but yeah. Don't know, maybe blonde roots. Old West, yeah, I found her. Occasionally she pops up. So where are you and Giselle going?
There.
You're gonna
Yellow
get.
cup.
You're gonna eat pizza.
No, we just get coffee. You're gonna get coffee?
Maybe or
Or
Starbucks.
pizza.
Starbucks is better than that. What coffee's in there?
I don't know. Do you have some? You need to eat something too.
Possum says hi. Overlord says croquets. There must see, yes, they thought there was oil in the water.
Huh?
They thought sometimes if you add water to oil, it can cause that popping.
No, because I make it like a circle thing, and then I put a big cheese inside to.
Yeah.
I supposed to put together, but it's pop. I didn't.
Yeah, pop all over her face. Are you gonna still cook with oil in the future?
I don't think so.
I hope not. Chase, please no more. Oh, there she. Yeah, Edwin says.
Cheese, please. No more cheese on potato. Yeah, it's not my. Plan to cook that, but the kids request because they saw on TikTok and then they want to eat it.
So basically, she was cooking them for her friends because they saw it on TikTok. Take care, Muhammad. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, see, mashed potato, like potatoes have water in them. That's what caused the popping. Live and learn. I guess she's lucky that she's not blind or burned in the eyeball. Thank you. Yeah, Ron says, very nice looking couple.
Hi.
Yeah, but she is I told her I was gonna start calling her Scarface. Yeah, and hit her in the nose.
And then a little small here and then.
Yeah, she got burned on the lips. She's lucky it wasn't worse. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end this, guys.
You're gonna eat some pizza?
I don't know if I'm gonna eat something, but you can say bye to everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Jeff Virgil says hi. Robert says hello, Che. Robert Perez. Overlord says that's really a lot of burns. Exactly. Believe me, I was pissed. I'll be honest with you, I was pissed because when you care about somebody, you love somebody, it pisses you off when you're protective. And I've already told her not to cook with oil. especially if you're not protected. She's in short sleeves. Yeah, it's like psh, psh, psh. Yeah, Neosporin would help, or if I had A and D. I don't know what type of version of A and D they have here. Good night, Ron Greer. Yeah, and glasses would help. Heck, safety, protective goggles. Old West says bye. But again, Nihal says bye both. I just want to thank all of you guys for being here. Always, all the time you're here with me, and today you get to see Che a little bit, but I can't thank you guys enough. I just want everybody to know that each and every time. I don't take any of you guys, ladies, men and women, for granted. I'm very thankful, appreciative of your support, your generosity through super chats and whatnot, everything. I don't expect to have a live stream tomorrow on Thursday, but sometimes if I'm just really in the mood, I'll do a random one. I would be back on Friday, which would be Thursday night, whatever, on the U.S. East Coast. So anyway, God bless. Thank you very much. Take care, each and every one of you. What's to say, Michael? If push comes to shove, she can wear a welding shield. No kidding, a damn welding shield. Take care. Have a great day, everyone. God bless. And again, thank you very, 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 very much. Can't say that enough. Say bye, Che.
Bye-bye, everybody. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, maybe the next time you see her, those things will be healed up. See you later. Thank you, Rick Wallace, Old West, Edwin, Jampa Dollar, everybody, Overlord. See you guys soon. Thank you.